When it comes to stacking fractional gold, we have so many different options like 1/10 ounce gold eagles, or even carat pays, gold backs, 1 gram gold bars, and more. And that can be very confusing for a lot of stackers. What I want to do today is show you a few things that I think you should not be stacking when it comes to fractional gold on this episode of Silver Seeker. My channel is sponsored by sdbullion.com, where at the time of this recording, they have a special where you can get a 1 ounce 2023 Silver Eagle at spot. You combine that with their great deal on 1 ounce silver Buffalo rounds, you could get some great silver with free shipping at a low premium. Make sure you take advantage of that today by clicking the link in the description below. So I think it goes without saying that whenever you're listening to a YouTuber, whether it be me or any other YouTuber talk to you about stacking gold and silver, that you should always take what we say with a grain of salt and go and make your own decisions when stacking gold and silver if you choose to do so. And obviously we're not financial advisors. But what I want to do in today's video is talk to you about gold that I would recommend. And for example, I do recommend gold eagles, whether it's 10th ounce or 1 ounce, depending on if you can get them cheap enough. I do love stacking gold eagles. And then I also want to talk to you about things that I don't necessarily recommend. This one right here is the goldback. Now I want to talk about the goldback for a minute here because I want to be fair to the goldback. And let's start by pulling one of these out and telling you what it is. So you probably already know what this is, but if you don't, a goldback is basically a local currency that's made of gold. And so for example, this one goldback right here is 1/1000th of a troy ounce of gold. So if you had 1,000 of these, you would have an ounce of gold. Now they come in different denominations. For example, the 50 goldback would be 1/20th of an ounce of gold because there's 50 of them now, right? And so if you had 51 goldbacks, it'd be the same amount of gold as one $50 goldback, so on and so forth. It works the exact same way old 90% silver did, where you had 0.715 ounces of silver, whether it was 2 halves, a half and 5 dimes, 2 quarters and 5 dimes, 2 quarters and a half. You get the idea. You have 0.715 ounces of silver with every dollar face value. Well, the same thing works with goldbacks. Now, these were sent to me a couple of years ago by the company. I didn't pay for them. They sent them to me so I could do a review. Now, I did that review video a couple of years ago, and I'm not obligated to do another one. I'm doing this on my own free will. But in that video a couple of years ago, and if you want to see it, I'll link it below, I didn't necessarily give these the most glowing review. Now, I didn't completely rebuke them or anything. I just think that the premium on them is really high. That being said, if these would not have been sent to me by the company that makes them, I probably would have still bought a few. And the reason is I really respect how absolutely gorgeous these are. Now, I say that saying I would have bought a few, and what I mean is I may have bought a 1, or, you know, right here, if we take a look, we have a 5, you know, which is a 200th of an ounce of gold, a 10. And that's because I'm a collector as well as a stacker. And as beautiful as these are, I really do think they're really good for collecting, but I mean just collecting. I would not buy these to stack. Now, what that means is I may buy, you know, 1/1 and 1/5 and 1/10, but I wouldn't go out and buy 1,000 1 goldbacks or, you know, 20, 50 goldbacks. And the reason is the premiums on these are incredibly high. Now, in that video a couple of years ago, and I think I did more than one, but at least in one of the videos, I actually recommended at the time, and keep in mind, my opinions can change over time, but at the time, I recommended the carat pay over the goldback. Now, these are not near as beautiful, but one thing I noted that I liked about this is that you could actually remove the 1/10 of a gram gold bar here, and you could actually test it. And testing this with standard methods outside of getting an XRF gun, which, by the way, these do pass a gold test with an XRF gun, by the way. But outside of an XRF gun, if you're wanting to do it with a Sigma or you're wanting to do the acid test or whatever, it's impossible to test these because of the lamination, right? So the carat pay, you could remove the 1/10 of a gram gold bar and you could test it with standard methods and it passed the test. So this basically is, it's a plastic note. And inside the note, you have a little 1/10 of a gram gold bar. So if you have 10 of these, you have a gram. If you have 100 of them, you have 10 grams. You get the idea. 311 of them would be an ounce of gold. Now, at the time, these were selling for like $7 a piece. In fact, when I picked them up, I bought them at a coin show for just $5. So that felt like a really, really good buy to me to have such a small fractional piece of gold. Now, the reason I don't recommend these today, just like I kind of don't recommend the goldbacks, is because the premium. It's not because I don't trust that the gold's not real. I've already tested these. I know these are real. And I know that the gold and the goldbacks are real. But let's take a look at some of the prices for these on eBay and other sites that actually sell these, and you'll see what I mean. Now, to find out where you can buy them, it's as simple as going to Goldback's own website. They're happy to show you where you can buy these from, of course. And if you look, there's a whole list of all your big bullion dealers all making these available for purchase right now. So if we just pick one of these, if we go to JM's website, and you can see they have Goldbacks for a Utah Goldback as low as $5.94, the New Hampshire as low as $5.70. Clicking on that and opening it up, yeah, you got $5.94 e-check or wire. You can see there's listings on eBay here for $6.39. If you buy 10 of them, you get them for $47.88, which is $4.78 per. $6.99, $7.50. We can take a look at sold listings, and you can see these have actually sold for $6.50 plus $1.99 shipping. This one was the first year, $29.99. We won't count that one. It's a collectible thing. Here's the $47.88. So these sold for $4.78 a piece. A set of 4 for $19.97, around $5 a piece. So roughly, if you're taking a look at these, you can figure that you're probably going to spend between $4.50 and $5 per Goldback. Let's go ahead and go on the lower end of that and see how that works out for the math. So if we put a calculator on the screen and do $4.50 times 1,000, that's $4,500 per ounce. And you can see that right now, the current spot price for gold is just $1945.92. So you are paying $4,500 per ounce minus $1945.92. You are paying a premium of $2,550 an ounce for the Goldback. Now, taking a look at the carat pay, you can see that the carat pay $19.98. Here's one that sold for $18.82. Here's a lot of 5 that sold for $60. That's 12 a piece. That's a little bit better. And you can see, so if we go with the lower end and we say we're going to buy them at $12 a piece, you still need 311 of these to get an ounce of gold, which comes to $3,732. Even if we say gold's $2,000 an ounce, that's still $1,732 over spot. If we got this at $19.98 plus, this guy paid $19.98 plus $3.99 shipping. He paid $23.97 times 311 brings him up to $7,454. So the guy who just bought the one and paid $4 to ship that thing paid a premium if he bought 311 of those, $5,454 an ounce over spot per ounce. So I think that makes it very clear why I just can't recommend the carat pay or the Goldback for a stacking item. Now, don't get me wrong. I will give 100% credit to the Goldback company for doing what they're trying to do, which is getting us back on a gold standard, getting us back on a currency that is backed by real money, which is gold and silver. But right now, if you have so much fiat currency in your pocket that your choice is to buy 1 ounce of gold or 2 ounces of gold for that same fiat currency, why would you not get 2 ounces of gold? And if you wanted smaller fractional gold, there are definitely better ways to buy fractional gold for stacking as well. So 1 10th-ounce gold eagles today, you can get these for $220, maybe $230 per coin. That is $2,200 to $2,300 an ounce. Now that is quite the high premium, but nothing compared to the Goldback or the carat pay. Even 1 gram gold bars, for example, you can buy these right now on online retailers, on eBay for anywhere between 75 and 77 per gram. Let's average it out and say 76. Well, 76 of these are $76 for these times 31.1, which is what you would need for 1 ounce, comes to $2,363 per ounce. Again, quite a high premium, but nothing compared to the Goldback or the carat pay. So my final thing to say about these is that, and I already said this, is that they are gorgeous. I absolutely have no problem with anyone saying that they want to collect some of these for their collection. And honestly, if you still want to choose to stack these and support what Goldback is trying to do, totally understand, and I don't fault you for that either. That being said, for me, from my perspective, if I were to have to choose, and I already said this, between 1 ounce of gold or 2 ounces of gold for the same money, it would be 2 ounces of gold every single time. And I say that because you can buy, if you have enough money to buy 1,000 Goldbacks, you can buy a 1 ounce gold maple right now for like 75, 80, maybe 90 over spot. That means you would pay what today, $2,040. 1 ounce eagle for 100 over, $2,050. So if you're paying almost $4,000 an ounce for Goldbacks, why not just buy 2 1-ounce gold eagles? I don't know. That's just my opinion. I would love to know what you think. So let me know down below. And again, I don't fault the gold back company. I already said this. It's a beautiful item. They're gorgeous, and I'm glad that I have them in my collection. But that's where they're going to remain, is in my collection and not my actual stack. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a little bit. And again, I already said it, but leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one, and you have a fantastic rest of your day.